Now here are 6 signs that you're dealing with a narcissist and you probably didn't even realize. Now, first of all, welcome to the channel. This is the channel where we look at everything narcissistic and we help you to heal, we help you to grow, and then we help you to thrive as well. Because coming through narcissistic abuse is something that takes time, but it also takes learning, it takes understanding, it takes emotional intelligence. So that's what we want to help you with. We want you to get through to the other side and not only just be surviving, but we want you to help you live the life that you truly deserve. Because why should narcissists get in the way of you living that life? Now, the first thing that narcissists do that you might spot is that they gaslight you. Now, gaslighting is a bit like the Chinese torture method, you know, the one where they're water technique or something, where they're dripping water on you, drop by drop by drop by drop, and every time they drop on you, you think that's nothing, right? You think that's nothing, it's only a little thing, it doesn't matter. But when you can't escape because you've committed to a relationship, because when you're in it, before you know it, your confidence has gone down. Before you know it, you're feeling confused. Before you know it, you have brain fog. Now, this is all gaslighting, and this is all designed to make you feel that you're not good enough, make you feel that you need them, make you feel that you don't know what's going on, but they do, so you better look to them for the answers. Now, they do this because they want power. They do this because they need respect. They do this because they need to feel secure in themselves, because they themselves are insecure. Number 2, narcissists are massive hypocrites. Now, this is a massive sign if you're seeing someone who's telling you one thing and then doing the opposite. And the craziest thing is about it, they might swear in public, they might do all this sort of stuff, and then when you do it, they're saying, why do you do that? Why do you eat like that? I would never do that. And you're like, are you serious? You never do that. I see you doing that all the time, right? But this is, again, them gaslighting, but it's also them actually being masters of self-delusion. They're deluding you, but they're deluding themselves as well. And this hypocrisy that they go through is just unbelievable. And they're just so out there with it. They literally say something that's like this massive statement. And then you're thinking, wow, how can you say that? You just did exactly the same thing that you're telling people you hate to see other people do, or whatever it is. They're massive hypocrites. This is a massive sign to watch out for. Number 3, narcissists actually look up to people with high status, or dictators, or people who have lots of power. And this is because narcissists, they think that they're amazing themselves, and they think that if they hang around with people who are rich and famous, or dictators, or kind of have this kind of power, then it will rub off on them. They think that by being around someone who has this status, has this beauty, whatever it is that they want, they think it will rub off on them. They don't want to be seen hanging around with people who they feel is low status, who are going to bring them down or make people see them as who they really are, which is internally this kind of weak, scared person who's putting on this makeup, putting on this armor, putting on this facade, because inside they're deeply fragile, they're deeply weak, they're like an Easter egg, right? Inside there's nothing and they could easily just crack. So they don't want to, they want to put on this shiny display. And part of that is they're like, I want to line up next to all these other amazing people. I need to hang around with dictators. I need to hang around people who are scary, people who won't be challenged, because they know that if they're not challenged, or people believe a certain thing about them, then they can trick the world into believing what they want to be. And they can also trick themselves. Which brings us to number 4. Number 4 is they can't take criticism, but at the same time, they have this kind of sense of they're confident. They act confident, right? On the outside, they've dressed themselves up like they're confident and they know what they're doing, and they're all over social media just showing these amazing pictures, this amazing life. And they walk in a room and they've got their head held high and they're looking down on people. And everyone's thinking, oh, wow, such a confident person. But actually, this is all designed to make themselves feel like they're confident, to trick the world that they're confident, but actually they're not confident. And you see this most when someone gives them a little bit of feedback, or someone makes a joke about them. For instance, they might make a joke about someone else, and then when someone reciprocates that joke, they get really defensive. Then they have to attack even more, and they start to say things that aren't jokes and actually really horrible. And you're thinking, hold on a minute, this person is making jokes and I made a joke and now it's not okay? What's wrong with this? And again, it just gets you confused. It gets you thinking there must be something wrong with me. Trust me, there isn't. They can't take criticism. They can't take feedback. It's like their kryptonite. The truth about them isn't. They have this built belief about themselves. They believe that they're like a 10 out of 10 in everything, and looks, intelligence, all this kind of stuff, forgetting that mathematically that just wouldn't work, right? Because, you know, on average, we're all kind of average, right? There's an average, and then there's these few people who are like stupidly, you know, intelligent or stupidly good looking. But they hate to do that. You tell them that they're just average, oh, they will not like that. They want to be superior. They want to be seen as the best. Sign number 5, they need to be validated. They need to be told they're amazing. So literally the opposite of the criticism. If they are not being told that they're amazing, if they're not being told that, wow, you did so well, or thank you for what you did, then they are going to start to feel, well, worthless. That's what they do. Everything that they do is designed to make them feel like, oh, I must be special. If I'm above someone, I must be special. That validates their position in the world. Their light does not shine that bright. So the only way they can make it appear that their light is shining is by dimming other people's lights around them. And this is why they're all constantly going around looking for people to give them more light, to boost their ego, to tell them that they're amazing. And finally, sign number 6 is they are transactional. If a narcissist has something that they want, they are going to then go and be like, right, how do I get this? So they might be like, okay, so I need to listen to this person because then they will give me what I want. But most of the time you'll see that a narcissist, they go into a conversation and they're telling you about their ideas and how amazing they are and all this kind of stuff. And as soon as you put some input in, they're getting bored. They're like not interested. They're just moving around it. They're saying some other stuff, which makes it a very one-way conversation. And it is. With narcissists, everything is transactional. So if you notice that they're only giving to receive, if they're saying, hey, I've just done this for you, would you do this for me? Or if they're saying, I think of all the things I did for you, why can't you just do this one thing for me? It just shows that everything that they did was this kind of transactional relationship. They're not interested in helping you. They're not interested in helping others unless it affects them. One way you see this is sometimes you see out in public, they might be putting on this kind of charity kind of persona, and they're like, oh, I'm giving. But then you see them at home in front of the TV and they're saying, oh, dirty homeless people, dirty whatever, right? And then they're actually the opposite. They're just putting on this front. They're just putting on this outside exterior to make people believe that they're good people because they can get something from it. Now, this isn't always, come in a physical form. This can come in admiration. This could come in people talking good about them, getting rewards, stuff like that. So there's always something to be gained from every transaction. They kind of see the world as a game of chess, and you are just a pawn. You're just a player in the game, just a piece of equipment to move around. And that's how they see the world. And if you found this video useful, please subscribe and please join this channel because we're really here to help. We really want to make sure that your journey to healing is one that matters, because the most important thing is to know is that you matter.